people are watching now. Let's see if but nothing's coming up, is it? Let me go to my chat here. You see me? Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad it's working now. I think I'll have to turn this tab off then. Oh, there I am. Okay. That was weird. Okay. I hope I'm still on. I would love to put the chat back up here, but I'm not sure if I can. Let me see. If this messes it up again, then I'm going to know what's going on. I'm almost scared to do it. Okay, so Pat says she sees me. So does Jamie. You guys are both on Facebook and YouTube. Yay, I can see people saying hi. Hi, Becky. Okay, we are going to start. Good, sound's working. That was weird. I don't know what happened. On my end, I'm there. All my screens are working, but it was not broadcasting. That was weird. Okay, I will be deleting that video. Thanks for coming back. Good, I'm seeing more people come back on. Thanks, guys, for coming back and bearing with me. That was some weird fluke. I don't understand why that happened. I am going to try something here. This is what I've been able to do before. It should work. This way I can see the, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it tonight. I forgot I've got to redo a screen and I'll look weird. Well, here, I know what I can do. I will try that here in a minute, but I can tell I'm still working. So let's go ahead and keep going here. Get this to auto scroll here because I'm missing. Well, here, I'm just going to go down because I'm missing a bunch of people since I've been messing with stuff. I'm glad you can see me. Jamie, Pat, thanks for coming back. Crystal, Becky, you guys are the best. Hi, Paula. Paula, you didn't see all the mess up. This is the second live. For some reason, my screen was showing Wave Video. That's the program I use, and it wasn't showing me. That was weird. Still don't understand why that happened. Okay, thanks for sharing the video again, Becky. I appreciate that. Must have locked me out. No, and it was on this end. I don't know what was going on. I think this wave.video that I used must not have been working right because it was only showing this weird background, their watermark thing, and not showing me. So I'm not sure what was going on, but I had to start a whole brand new one. Oh, hi, Marilyn. Good. I'm glad you found me again. No blue screen. Yay. I'm glad. Okay. Oh, yes. And Becky remembered. I've got a few more people on right now. I've got a new toy to play with. They've added a raffle thing on here. So now I can announce the winner for the live tonight's live at the end of the live. So what you need to do if you live in the United States, I want you to comment hashtag door prize, all one word. Let me see if I can get this going here. Where'd that go? There we go. I'm gonna pop this one thing up. I had it all set up nice. I don't know why it wasn't working, but there, if you comment hashtag door prize, you will get automatically be put in the drawing for tonight's live prize. And I'll show you that here in a few minutes because first we need to draw for the winners from last week's live. But from here on out, whenever we do my live videos, if you live in the United States and want to be in the door prize drawing, comment hashtag door prize, all one word. That way, at the end, I will do the raffle. It will only put all the comments that say hashtag door prize in, and then it'll pick the winner for me. So that's how this is going to work. If it ends up being where people would rather me just do all comments because I can't do that option, the only reason I wasn't going to do that option is because some of you don't live in the United States. And some of you are commenting, but you may not want to get a door prize because I've had a few people win a door prize and I never did hear back from them. So I'm guessing they really didn't want the door prize. So that's why I thought I'd try it this way. So if you want the door prize, click hashtag door prize. And I'll remind you throughout the video because there are going to be some new people coming on that'll miss it. So go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to go back to my chat here. I wish I could do it on my other thing, but that's okay. Let's see. I said hi to Marilyn, Paula. Thank goodness, Patty. I agree. I'm so glad you can see me again. Oh, thanks, Crystal. You can see me on both of them. Yay. Thanks for checking that for me. Hi, Susie. I don't see a comment, but I saw your mom say hi to you, so I'm glad you're here. Now, next time, hopefully, well, I'm in the background when I start doing the door prize, I'm going to see if I can make it so I can see my comments here. That way, when I'm reading comments, I'm looking at you. Right now, I'm having to look over here at my computer again. Hi, Karen. I'm glad you're here. There's Susie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Paula. Yeah, got hashtag door prize. Good. Good. I'm seeing a bunch of people doing that. So that'll definitely get you in. Oh, Pat, you're going to have to make sure you don't put a space between. I have a funny feeling it's not going to pick you. So do one more and just put hashtag door prize, all one word. That's the way hashtags work. So let's see here. Good. I'm seeing a bunch of hashtag door prize. Good. I'm glad a lot of you are wanting to get in on that drawing. I like that. Oh, Pat, you fix it. Thanks. Okay. Seen a bunch of them. Yay, we've got a lot of people going to get in on the door prize. Oh, hi, Judy. I'm glad you found me again. I know Judy's from Canada. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Cheryl from Georgia. I'm glad you're here too. Just going through everything, and then I will get started because I'm so far behind on the comments since I was messing with technical stuff here. Does the door prize work on Facebook and YouTube? It sure does. It sure does, Jeanne. Okay, Sherry Holt, door prize, good. Okay. We put door present. Now you want to put down hashtag door prize. That way you can get on there, Sherry. And Melissa. Okay, Melissa's all set. Hi, Melissa. I'm glad you're here. Okay, now I'm through all the comments. Now we're going to get ready and do the door prize for last week. And Sherry, you just found me. You're from New York. Let's see. Glad you're here. Okay, hi, Jamie. Saw your door prize. Okay. I am gonna when I start doing the door prize here, I'm gonna try to make it so I can see the comments on here because I'm having a hard time seeing it from that glare. Okay, let's get to door prizes. I'm gonna switch camera here. There we go. Boy, I'm so glad I got this working. I still don't know what happened there. Okay, this is everybody that commented during the live last week and watched the live. So this is the first one. This is last week. So what you're going to do, I'm going to pull this screen up and we'll get this wheel going. We will still do the wheel for the replay door prizes, but we'll have to do the one wheel because we're doing the graphics. This is everybody that watched live last week and commented that lived in the United States. Oh, Pat, did you win? Product prizes for you. Glad you came back. So now you know you won. I'm going to hurry up and, I had Post-it notes. Here, let's switch screens again. Oh, congratulations, Pat. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put Pat's name. Oops. Actually, I'll probably remember it's Pat's, but I'm still going to get that on there. Oh, that doesn't look right, but Pat L, I don't know who that is. Okay, now everybody that watched the replay and the live last week that commented that lived in the United States is getting the drawing for the Glossy Dots assortment. So let me pull that one up. There we go. It's going to be nice only having to share the screen for one because when I've got two of them up, it makes my computer lag. Either the computer or the internet. I'm not sure which, but oh, now this is hilarious. I promise this isn't rigged. That's my friend Robin. She's friends with Pat too. You both won. I don't know if Robin's watching tonight, but I'm going to put her down. Okay. Now that is funny. We'll see if that ever happens again. Okay. So congratulations, Robin. I'm going to hurry up and quit sharing these. Well, switch this. I'm going to go to me just for a second. There. Now things are going to start looking better. That probably changed the screen a little funny, but we're good now. Okay. Make sure I'm on the right thing. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I want to show you the prize for tonight. So I'm going to I'll go ahead and grab the prize and switch my screen again. There we go. This one these are the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. I think I might have one more pack left. These are almost gone from my stash, that is. I can never remember the colors, but I think it might be Misty Moonlight. I know that's definitely Fresh Freesia, and I'm not sure that might be Coastal Cabana. I'm not positive of that. Oh, hi, Melissa. Glad you're here. And Crystal, oh yeah, Crystal said congratulations, Pat and Robin. Okay. So there we go. Melissa is somebody I know here in Indiana. So Melissa, if you win next week, that's going to be crazy. I've got Pat Lockhart and Robin Lemon just won the last two. So that's how we're going to do it. This one, everybody that does hashtag door prize that lives in the United States. So make sure you only do hashtag door prize if you live in the United States. That'll help me out. But I'm going to go ahead and pop this back up again. So if you comment hashtag door prize, so see how that is written there. There's no space in between. That's the only way it's going to work in the raffle. So make sure you do it just like it's showing there. Hashtag door prize, all one word, and you'll get put in the drawing for this. Okay. And I will do that drawing. That'll be the very last thing we do at the end of the live video. Okay. Then let me go ahead and take this off now because now we're going to deal with the replay. So everybody that is watching the live here tonight in comments, plus everybody watches the replay in comments that lives in the United States, will get put in the drawing for these are the, they're just called Adhesive-Backed Sequins Trio. This is Pretty Peacock. Ooh, I think when I say this is Melon Mambo, and these up here like iridescent white. So these are really neat. I use these a lot, and there are a ton, as you can tell. And so you get put in the drawing for this. Now, this will be announced in next week's live because I have to wait till all the people comment for the replay. And you've got until, those of you that are watching the replay, you've got until noon Eastern time next Thursday, which would be February 15th. And then you'll get put in the drawing for that. And I will announce that in next week's live. Okay, we are done with door prizes. I'm going to get, I meant to do oh, well, that's okay. I wanted to do the live chat. Oh, you know what? I'm still going to do it here because you can't see me right now. It's going to look a little strange here. I'll keep talking. Oh, I know what I can do. I can show you the bundle. You guys can be looking at this bundle while I'm getting this done here. This is such a neat bundle. It is not the regular bundle. Let me know if the screen starts messing up. It shouldn't because this worked last week. Okay. Yes, I'm seeing everybody. Let me know if something happens with the screen again. I'm sure it's still working. I still don't know what happened earlier, but this worked last week, so it should be working now. So here we've got this. The normal bundle usually just includes a stamp set and a die set or a punch because we've got some bundles that have punches. But this also has these really neat layered masks. Oh, it's messed up again? Dag nabbit. Okay, now I know I can't do this anymore. I'm getting rid of all those screens. That's maddening because it worked perfectly last week. I was all excited because I could see all your stuff. I knew I should have left it alone. Okay, let's see if it'll come back on again now that I've got it all turned off. Okay, it looks like on Facebook I'm still on. I'm going to come back to you guys. Can you guys see me? That back up again. This is getting maddening. Oh, everything says it looks great. Oh, good. Maybe it was just the one person. Okay, Crystal says it's not working on Facebook. On my end, it is. Except I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. I think it's fixed now. Okay, good. I'm back on. Okay, now I know I can't do that anymore. Okay. I will have to go back to my old way of looking at the comments. That's okay. It's still better than my old ways. We won't have any more technical difficulties. At least I figured out what's happening. Okay. It's still spinning around in circles. Sherry, it could be you need to, because other people on Facebook are seeing just fine. You might need to turn off your uh, browser and bring it back on. Everybody else is saying, as long as we're good. I'm going to go ahead and keep going because we've got to get some cards going here. The way I'm going to be doing this, these masks here are going to color in that big stamped image. It is so much fun. I think you guys are gonna love this. So I'll be showing you all the tricks on how to do this. It's really easy to do, and I'm even gonna show you how to make the flowers with just the, layers. Let's see, I'm still I don't know whether it could be your internet because everybody else on Facebook is saying everything looks okay, so I'm not sure. I hope it gets working for you, Sherry. I'm not sure what's going on because everybody else is saying it's still working on Facebook. If that changes anybody, please let me know. Even on YouTube, let me know if something starts messing up because I'm not seeing anybody on YouTube commenting right now. It looks like I've still got quite a few people on, so I think it's still working. Okay, let's get started on some cards. Oh, I do want to tell you, you know what? My ticker went away, didn't it? I want you to see this because this helps everybody know the hashtag, the hashtag. I'm talking about hashtags all night. The host code. If you see that host code you see in the ticker, use that and place an order. If you place a $40 order before shipping and tax with that host code, you will get these 3 card kits. You'll make to make 2 each of the cards I'm making tonight. And I do all the die cutting with dies that are not part of the featured bundle, and I do all the embossing for you. Okay. And if you bump it up to a $50 order using that host code before shipping and tax, I will also add the Neutrals Adhesive-Backed Sequins, these with the card kits. So you only get the embellishments if you bump it up to the $50 order. And since the celebration, getting up to a $50 order, you'll also get to pick out a free celebration at checkout. So when you place your order online, you get everything in your cart. When you're ready to check out, click checkout, and then they will give you the ability to pick out your celebration item. I know some people haven't ordered online yet since celebration. That's how it works now. As soon as you hit checkout, then you pick out your celebration if you qualify for any. Okay, I'm going to chat back up here. There we go. Hi from Sydney. Hi, Leslie. I'm glad you're here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bring in card number 1. Hopefully, there will be no more technical difficulties. We should have started these cards a long time ago. Okay, now my card base is a piece of pebbled path. I did want to show you the paper quick. I know you guys like seeing the paper. This is called Nature's Sweetness. This is in the the mini catalog, the January, April. And I want to show you this. Now, this is part of the suite that's called Nature's Sweetness. It coordinates with another stamp set. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks really good with this set too, the Enduring Beauty that I'm using. But one side has gold foil, as you can see, it's all shiny. And then the other side is just a regular pattern. There are only two actual colors. There's the gold, but then the 2 colors are pecan pie and pebbled path. But that makes it to where you can use whatever colors you want to. And that's what I did with these flowers. I want you to be able to see this paper because sometimes it is really hard to see what it looks like. Hopefully it's coming out good. Since I'm having technical difficulties all night, I'm hoping the picture is clear. It's clear on my end, but that doesn't mean it is for you. I hope it is. Lives can be so much fun. I was really looking forward to tonight. I hate all the technical stuff. That was strange. Okay, there we go. So those are all the papers. Oh, hi, Kate. I'm glad you're here. Aw, thanks, Kate. She just said I was amazing. Thanks. And oh, hi, Michelle. I'm glad you're here. You missed all the fun. We had a bunch of problems earlier. Oh, I wonder if Donna's on here. Earlier, I know Donna was on. She had back in Canada now. Well, Donna, if you're hopefully you found it again and you're here. Okay, so here's the pebble path. Oh, hi, Rita. Oh, Rita, I got to make sure you do hashtag door prize with no spaces. That's the way this is going to work. It's notice the ones that have no space in between. So that's how you to get in on the door prize. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half. Get those corners lined up. What I might end up doing if this doing the hashtag ends up being hard, we'll just do all comments, and then if it does pick up somebody that doesn't want it, you can let me know. Or if you're in another country, let me know. That way, we can go for somebody else. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Let me see what I want to do next. Oh, let's just start putting some stuff together, and then I'm going to show you the fun stuff. This is a piece of basic white. It was a 3.5 by 4 3/4 inch piece. It was a little bigger than this. And I die cut it with a perennial postage dies. I'm gonna bring those in so you can see them because these are cool. These are in the new mini catalog. They also are bundled with a stamp set. I think it's a greeting stamp set. And they coordinate also with the perennial, oh, what is it? That's the lilac one. I can't remember the name of it. Love that lilac one. I'm gonna be doing stuff for that real soon. But the die I used, in case you're wondering, is the second largest one. So that's what I did. And then I embossed it with our embossing folder. It's called Timeless Worn Type. This is in the annual catalog. I'm going to take this piece of boho blue. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. And this is going to go right in the middle. So I'm going to turn this over, get my adhesive on here. Oops, sorry about that. Crashed it down on my glass mat. Okay, so we've got this on here. I'm going to grab a piece of that Nature Sweetness. This is a 4 by 1.5 inch piece. Okay. And it's going to go right across the middle. And because this is perfectly spaced, if you want to make sure it's definitely in the center, or at least in the center of this white piece, you can kind of look at this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 5 on that one. So I'm going to bring it down. We've got like 4.5 showing there. It's going to go all the way to the edge of the boho blue. But I'm fine. Whenever I do it, I just eyeball it usually. But I thought for those of you that really want to make sure it's in the center, you can kind of look at those little postage nicks inside. We've got that on. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the card base since we've got that all folded. Oh, I'm missing some. Auto scrolling for me again. Hi, Linda. From from Western Australia. I'm glad you're here. Oh, hi, Leslie. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you love my videos. That means a lot. Oh, and Christy, you watched my replay the other day. I'm glad you were able to watch it. Okay, I'm glad I was just able to go live again tonight. I can't believe that messed up earlier. And I'm glad all of you told me that. I was really worried since I had to restart it all over again. You guys went, is that ready to go? I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to stamp. I need to grab, oh, if I can get a hold of it, my Stampin' Up mat here. Because this is a photopolymer stamp set, so I do need to do this on the base. I'm going to grab the greeting that says, "Embrace the beauty of you." I'm just using all the greetings that are inside the stamp set. Using a Pebbled Path, link this up, and I'm going to stamp it near the middle. It doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm going to be die cutting that here in a minute. That's ready to go. And we've got one more thing to stamp. I am definitely teasing you guys. I'm going to show you the fun part last. Keep you in suspense. So now if you get the kits, you want for the inside of the card, these two white pieces are real close to the same size. The largest one is for the inside of the card. So I'm going to grab this big flower stamp here. And I'm just going to stamp, I'm going to ink up most of them. I don't need to do the whole thing. Actually, I meant to do the other side. We'll just switch it here. And I'm just going to do a little partial here. I just one here in the corner. Hold that down for a few seconds. And that's all I'm going to do for the inside of the card. But I still think that looks pretty. So that's another option. You can just color it, stamp it in a color, not worry about coloring it in. And of course, you can color the flowers in with blends, watercolor pencils, watercoloring it with our ink pads and water painters, all that kind of stuff. But it's really fun to do the masks. Okay, now I'm ready to do the mask. Let's get this out of the way. This is a piece of basic white cardstock. It is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to put a little adhesive right back here because I don't want that to move on me when I start using the masks. I'm going to kind of line it doesn't have to be straight, but sometimes it helps. I'm going to put it right here. I'm looking at my lines in my grid on my glass mat. So now that's just that little strip, I mean, of adhesive should hold that down for me while I'm working on this. Now I'm going to grab the masks if I can get a hold of them. Now, oh, this thing is not auto scrolling. I think it's this thing tonight. It's not working. Well, hi, Renee from Colorado. Glad you're here. And yes, that is a very big stamp, Crystal. And it is on the largest block that we've got, too. Okay, what I'm going to do, when you look at these, you see that little notch that's right there? That helps you lining up each layer. And it also has a number. So this one is 1, then 2. Now, actually, let's do it this way so it's not upside down. So when you do this, make sure you see the number. That way you know you don't have it upside down, unless you decide you want to do it a different, like the mirror image of it. Then you can do it upside down. Just make sure all the others are upside down as you do it. But I'm going to make sure the number is showing on all of them. First, I'm going to stamp this. Let me clean that off because I need to use my pewter. I probably should have stamped. I think it'll be okay though. I meant to stamp it when I had my pad underneath there. You know what? I'm going to do that anyway. Let's take this up again. It's going to be just fine. I'm nervous it's not going to stamp that middle section, and I want it to. So let's go ahead and put it back on here. Ink this big one with the pebbled path again. Make sure it's good and covered up. I know I got some ink on that block some, but I'm not going to worry about it because this is going to be die cut. Even if it does go on. I'm just going to make sure it fits in here. Hold this down for a few seconds. I'm pushing more in the middle than I am the sides. There we go. That looks good. This flower image is so pretty. Okay, now I can take this off. It's got some adhesive on it. Ugh. But yeah, that came off fine. I had a feeling it would. So I'm going to line this up again, just so it's straight. Hold that down. I did get some gray on there. I think it was on my fingers, actually. But that's okay, because like I said, it's going to be die cut. I'm going to clean off my finger here. I have learned this little chamois that comes with this dries really fast, so I keep it stored when I'm wanting it to stay wet. I keep it in a baggie. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it out now that the video's started. I usually let it dry in between, but I didn't want it to dry too fast. I wanted it to still be wet for the video. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Now let's see if I need to find out how it's going to line up first. I can definitely tell it's not lining up that way, so let's turn this around. Sometimes you have to do some playing around. No, I know. Oh, there we go. You can kind of tell there's one like this. These two little half ones right here. Just see if you can get those two lined up, then it lines up everything else. Okay. So the first one, you just get all those flowers lined up. Once you've got it where you want it, and I forgot to grab some tape, I'm going to use some Post-it tape. You can just hold it down, but just to be on the safe side so it doesn't move on you. Oh, hi, Mary Alice. Oh, don't worry about being late. This is a first card. We had a ton of technical difficulties, so you are good. So I'm going to put some tape here and right here. That should hold it in place for me. I'm going to get my card out of the way here, a blending brush and my boho blue. I'm going to show you the first one I did that I had to learn some stuff with this. It was fun to figure it out. I'm just going to use boho blue to get the shading on this flower. So maybe take a little bit off here and just start filling these in. So the flowers are starting to turn blue. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't want these too dark because I'm going to be putting another layer of blue on it to get some shading. So now I can bring this up and look how perfectly it colored that in. Isn't that cool? Now just wait. There's going to be even more neat stuff here. I'm going to put this tape over here at the side. The number 2 mask is this one with leaves. Oops, I forgot to do one step. I'm going to line this back up again. It's going to be a lot easier to do it with this one. Okay, I've got that lined up perfectly, I think. Try to make it so I don't see any white around the outside. There we go. I'm gonna tape it down again just so it doesn't move on me. So I guess it's good that I messed up because now I'm showing you how you can fix it again. I'm gonna grab a Sharpie and this little notch that's right here. Let me move my microphone. It's kind of in the way so I can do it. There we go. I'm gonna make a line right here along the top and inside that notch. Okay, that's gonna help me later to be able to line this up again. Now I can take this off. Once you get the first one done, it all lines up and you've got that on there, you're gonna be good the rest of the time. So now I've got my little notch up here. I'm gonna first off, I line it up with the little mark I made, and then I look down here to see if it's lining up. And if it's not, then you just kind of move it around a little bit. Once it starts to look lined up with the leaves, look at that your little notch. Because if it's not lined up with the notch up here, that means there's probably something that's not quite lined up. There, everything looks lined up to me and it's lined up with the notch. Now grab my tape again, put one there and there. And now I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow. Have a blending brush for it. Oh, Sherry, I'm sorry it's not working for you. So you're going to have to watch the replay. I'm not sure what's going on for you. I'm glad it's working for everybody else, but I hate that it's not for you. That's frustrating. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of ink off again, just so it's not too dark. Go light first of all, especially with dark colors like Mossy Meadow, because you can always add ink, but you can't, take it away. I'm getting all this done here. Okay, maybe a little bit darker up here. Okay, now that's all done. So I'll take this off. And voila. I wish I didn't have these little smudge marks, but act like those aren't there because that's not going to be a problem. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now get I'm going to put the tape over here because I had trouble finding it a minute ago. Now I'm going to go with number 2 or number 3, I mean. Now this one, it definitely helps having that notch because it's a little hard to tell how to line this up. I'm going to bring my boho blue back in. I'm kind of closing in between colors because I don't want to accidentally take it from the wrong ink pad. I don't know about you, I do that all the time. So if it's closed, I don't have to worry about doing that. Okay, so I'm starting to line it up here. Now I'm looking here too because you can kind of tell where it needs to go. You will see a little white in places. I just learned, make sure both things look lined up. And that looks, I think I've got them both lined up really good. So I'm going to put tape here and tape here. It goes a lot faster when you're not explaining it. I know it seems like it's taking a long time, but it goes faster when you're just doing it. Now I'm going to go over this. I'm still using a lighter touch. If I go too hard, it's going to make these too dark. I just want it to be a little bit of a shading because I learned that too. Even using the same color, you can make it too dark. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this piece of tape down and this part down here, bring this up. Oop, I can tell I need more on that one. So bring this back down. Looks like it's still lined up. Get some more on this one. You can always line it back up again, especially when you've started working on it. But I think if you just hold one side up, that looks really good. Okay, I'm going to stop. Now you can see the shading. I'll bring it up closer here when I'm all done. I don't want to move it now because I've got it right where it needs to be. So there is that. And we've got one more to do on this one. There is one here that does like the centers. Since that we stamped it, you do not need to use this when you're using the stamp. I will be using this on the last card when I make the flowers with just the masks and not using the stamp. Now this one does little outlines inside the leaves. If you want to keep them like this, you definitely can. But I wanted some shading on this too. Let me close this one up. Get my Mossy Meadow back out. But this is the last thing I need to do to color it in. And to be honest, this still goes, even when you do it for the very first time, this still goes faster than doing it like using blends and stuff, even though this is gorgeous using blends. Once again, I'm looking at the images and up here, and now it looks lined up. I'm seeing all the stems lined up pretty good, and it's lined up here. So now I can put this tape one. Grab some green, Mossy Meadow again, so this is the same green I used before, and just putting another layer on makes it darker. Make sure you get inside those stems, 'cause it's gonna color in those stems. Ooh, this moved on me just a little bit. Ooh, that moved a lot. Let me fix that. It is very easy to fix. There we go. Okay. Oh, I didn't do these yet, did I? Those done. I think I'm gonna darken these up a little bit more. I'm gonna slowly bring this up again. Oop, that shading looks pretty good. So I'll bring that up. So that is done. So let me bring it up a little closer to you. See how it does all that shading? Really, really cool. So I'm gonna put this tape up here, using the masks on every single card. And what I'm gonna do, the green ones, I'm always gonna be Mossy Meadow, so I'm not gonna worry about cleaning those off. And if you are doing this at in a video, I can't do this because I'm not gonna run to the bathroom or to the sink. All you have to do, even if this sits here for a while, just go to the sink and run it under your water and the ink comes right off. But since I don't have that luxury right now, I'm just gonna grab a baby wipe. And when you dry, even when you use the water to clean it off, make sure that you're careful. Make sure it's laid down on something to clean it off. If you pick it up, like some of these little areas here that are real delicate, you don't want to tear those up. So I am lightly cleaning that off. So now the ink is all gone. Then I'll do this one too. And sometimes you need to pat also to get it off because there's some really, let me bring this up a little closer, really narrow pieces right here. But if you have it laying flat and you're doing it soft, you're not going to mess it up. When I first started doing, I was holding it like this and I almost started ripping this and I didn't want to do that. So that is how you can clean those off in between. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about doing the green ones because those are, I'm going to be using the same color on the next ones. So I'm going to put these back in order for the next time. Now I'm going to get the die cutting machine out. Get some things moved around here. I've got some comments here. Isn't it stunning? I love it. Oh, Renee, yeah. I'm glad you like it. It is pretty. Oh, thanks, Becky. I'm glad you like it. Thanks, Jamie. It is really cool. And you just order the masks. No, well, wait a minute. You know what? I think you can. I'm going to go. Wait a minute. I've got a catalog right here. What am I thinking? We will just look that up right now. I know you can get just the dies. You sure can. You can just get the masks. They're $10.50. If you do just the dies, they're 26, and if you do just the stamps, it's 20. But if you get it all together as the bundle, it's $50.75, and that's 10% off if you do it that way. So you save if you get all three at the same time, but if you only want the mask, you can definitely just buy the mask. I was thinking that was the case, but I was not sure. Right. That's a good question, Crystal. Well, thanks, Anne. I'm glad you liked it. Thanks, Rita. Yeah, this was so much fun to make. Okay. Now, like I said, oh, you know what? I need to clean this off quick. Oh, and I'm going to show you quick with markers. Because I am all done with this notch. I'll be having to make a new one. Let's see if it comes up with, oh, it did come up with water. Wow. Because what I did with the being a Sharpie, normally you have to use alcohol. So I had some alcohol swabs that I was going to use, but that came off with water. How cool is that? I'm like it. I like this mat more every time I use it. Okay, I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I did not expect that. Easy. I didn't have to rub it all. Okay, so I'm going to bring this right back in. Oh, thanks, Chris. I'm glad you like the colors. So now with die cutting, I always tell the sandwich, just in case you don't know, this is with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. There's the base plate platform number 1, the die plate number 2, and a standard cutting plate number 3. I'm going to grab the big die right here. That's the one that's going to die cut that beautiful flower. Bring this in. I'm going to find the one you can see on this end. There are 3 leaves grouped together. That shows in this part of the die. So I know that's how I want to line it up. Let's make sure you get the image inside the center opening of the die. Once again, I'm using Post-it tape to hold that die in place. Grab another standard cutting plate. Oops, I got some glue on that. There we go. Get this to go through. And voila. Get these off for next time. I've got this all die cut. But there's still some adhesive back here. To make it so it doesn't keep sticking on a bunch of things, I'm just going to take my finger and take some of the stickiness off. It's still going to be tacky, but it'll come off real easy. I'm not going to worry about it because it's still going to be put on the card. I could get my adhesive remover out, but there's really no reason to. We've got that ready to go. I'm going to grab this. And there is a die. This die cuts all of the greetings out in the set except for the long one, which I'm going to be using on the next card. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just bring the stamp set out. So these right here will all fit in there, and the only one that doesn't is this long one right here. I'm going to put this here. I'm just going to center it around until it looks good to me. Put some tape on here again. Oh, I almost forgot. Need this piece here. This is a 3 by 1.5 inch piece. And there's some really neat standalone dies here. I'm just going to use one of the double leaf ones. I'm going to use one of these little bud type ones. And I'm going to grab one that's just a single leaf. So you get 2 of each. And you get 2 of each of these little ones too. I ended up not using these. I will on another card someday, but I just didn't use them tonight. There we go. I'm not going to worry about taping those. I just need to make sure they stay on the cardstock. Have this run through. And that's all I need to die cut on this card. So get this out of the way. And it's another neat label. It's got a stitched edge around it. There we go. So I've got that neat label. And then those just fall out. Wasn't that cool? I didn't even have to get my take your pick tool out. So we've got that leaf, this little bud here. And then last but not least, I love it when they just fall out. There we go. And this one. So I'm going to put it in my little dish. I just love that the dies and the stamp set and the masks all coordinate together. I know this is the first time we've had, well, I take that back. We did have one. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was another time. I think we had one that had dies and mask with it. I can't remember. It might have just been the mask. But I do know we've had a stamp set where there were masks that would make sunflowers maybe. I can't remember if it lined up. Doesn't matter. But this one does line up with a stamp set. So I'm going to bring the card base back in. Now it's going to go together super quick. I wanted this one popped up with dimensionals. So I'm going to turn this over. Grab my dimensionals. Put one here. It's a big one, so it's going to take a little more than what you normally would put on. You know what? I bet that's probably good enough. We could put one there. I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to, I just don't want it to fall down or get bent. I mean, I think it's going to be fine. Oh, there it is. Take the paper backings off. When I'm done here, I'm going to show you the first one I did because I used 2 different blues on this, and I just thought it was just too dark when I did the shading. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. I kind of liked the 3 leaves over here in the top left, but you can put it the way you want to. And kind of center it like so. That looks pretty good. So pop that on. Bring in the greeting. Now this side, the right side is going to be on the part of the flower that's popped up, but the left end is going to be on the flat part. So we need, I know it's right here, so now it's going to be on the right when I turn it over. Let me grab another dimensional and just put it on that end. And I'm going to grab my regular seal adhesive and put it on this end. So where the seal is, that is going to be on the flower part that's popped up. So take that paper backing off. It's going to cover up the flowers a little bit, but not too bad. I'll bring it down. I'm okay with covering up that little bud. I wanna show the flowers a little more. So there we go, that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna bring in these little pieces here. I'm gonna bring in my silicone mat. I think I showed this trick last week. I'm gonna put some glue on my silicone mat. This is called a silicone craft mat is the whole name. I'm just putting some glue, not real thick, just some glue right there. I'm gonna take this leaf, I'm gonna hold on to the stem and just kinda drag the back. See, it's got a little thin layer of glue now on the back of it. It's not gonna be all, uh, oozing out when I put it on here, and I kinda liked it up here. With this being on Stampin' Dimensionals, I can just tuck that under there and put that there. Now I'm gonna take the double one, do the same thing, I'm gonna hold on to the stem so I don't get the glue in my hand on my fingers. I've got some glue there on the leaf. There we go. You always wanna turn it over and make sure you've got some it doesn't have to be covered, but at least on both sides, and that looks pretty good. And I thought this looked good under here. Right there, hold it down for a few seconds where the glue soaks in and sticks. And I think I'll put a little more glue here, just a little bit thicker. And then I've got this little bud, so I'm just gonna make sure it's on the bud part. That looks pretty good. And I'm gonna put that down here. Since we covered up the bud with the greeting here, we'll put one right here. There we go. So that is everything on the outside except for the bling. I don't think we put, oh, we did put the inside in. The inside's done. Now let's bring in the bling. Need to move some things around here. There we go. This is my set of the neutrals, and it comes with gold, brown, copper, and these are silver. And I used the gold ones on this one. I'm going to grab a small one, put it right here. I'm going to grab a larger one, put it right here. And I'm going to grab another large one and put it here on my greeting. So that gold kind of goes with the gold in the DSP. So that is card number 1. So I hope you like that one. I'm going to clear my mist. Oh, hi, Polly. I'm glad you're here. Let me go to my right microphone. Hi, Polly. Make sure you can hear me. I turned my head. Oh, no, now there we go. There is something weird going on tonight because I started messing up. Oh, thanks, Polly. I'm glad you liked it. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Melissa. Mitchell. I know there's another Melissa on here. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. But that was the very first one. I told you I was going to show you the one that I experimented with. Doesn't look real good, does it? So what I'm going to keep this though, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. But on this one, I used the boho blue, but then I thought I needed a darker blue, so I used Misty Moonlight, and it just made it way, way too dark. So I think it works better if you use the same color and just darken it up because it'll darken up as you add more. So make sure you don't put too much on the first layer, and then when you put the shading in, it'll just darken it up again with the same color. A lot more natural on the right than it does here. And I also used the one that I did not use, this one here, on top of it, and just it's a big mess. But I am holding on to this. So if you ever do one, I would definitely at least stamp. You don't have to do all the coloring for your template, but stamp it and die cut it and keep it in your stamp case. And I'll show you why on the last card. You'll understand why. It came in really handy. I was glad I didn't throw it away. So there's card number 1. I'll grab card number 2. This one is going to be used. The flowers are going to be Moody Mauve. That's one of our newer in colors. Been around almost a year. I can't believe we're coming up on a new annual catalog in a couple months. That's crazy. This year has just flown by. Oh, hold on a minute. That's not here. Okay, so I'm going to get all of these out. So when you see me get these kits out, this is exactly what you get in a kit, except you get ×2. I'm only making 1 card, so I've only got enough to make 1 card in my kits. But this is exactly what your kits will look like, except you'll get 2 of everything. So, and you can see on the ticker how to get these card kits free and then get the embellishments free too. If you have a question, just comment and I'll answer it. I've got 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.5. My goodness. Line these corners up. I had a senior moment there for a second. grab my folder, and this is going to be a landscape card. So I want my fold to be on top. And let's bring in this piece. This is one of my favorite. It's a new one. Well, not really new. I think it came out the last mini catalog. That's right. This distressed tile. You've seen me use it a lot. It is not in a catalog right now, I do believe, but you can definitely get it in the online store. Just search for distressed tile embossing folder, and you'll find it. Actually, you can probably just put distressed tile in, and you'll find it. So this is a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. Then I've got another piece of that Nature's Sweetness. This is a 2 by 4 inch piece, and I'm going to put it over here on the left. I want to make sure that the words are going the right way. You don't want those upside down once you get them on your card. And this will just go right here on the left. I'm going to line up the edges of the DSP with the edges of the cardstock. That looks pretty good. So now we've got that ready. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the card base because I'm actually not using ribbon on any of these cards. Those of you that have seen me make cards, I usually use ribbon, but I didn't want to detract, whatever I want to say, distract from the flowers. I didn't want to cover them up any more than I have to because you cover them up a little bit with the greetings that you put on because the flowers are so big. But on the last card, you'll see a partial. I'm going to just use a partial of the flowers. It looks really cool. Okay. Yeah, so we've got this ready to go. Here's one more thing to stamp regular. So this is my sheet here, 3 1/4 by 3/4 inch piece of basic white. I'm going to grab the stamp that says it's always been you. I'm going to use my pebbled path again. Ink this up. Put this in the middle. Okay. And that is all we need to do on that one. I do want to keep the pebble path out though. And once again, with there'll be 2 white pieces in this pack. They're close to the same size. For the flower, we want the smaller one. So the big one is the inside. We'll put the big one over here at the side because we don't need that right now. I'm going to bring in that big flower stamp again. And I'm going to stamp it with the pebbled path. Ink it up again. And stamp it on here again. Hold it down for a few seconds. Okay, so that is on. And now it's time to do our magic with the masks. So I'm going to bring in Daffodil Delight and my Mossy Meadow again. Mossy Meadow is the green I'm using on all of them. So I'm going to grab this one. Let's see if this is going to line up. Yep, that's exactly where I want it. So once again, I'm going to line it up, make sure the image of the flowers. This is why they have you start with this one, because this one is easier to line up. You just line those openings up with the flowers. Then you put this down with tape. And I'm going to grab my Sharpie marker again. Oh, I thought I put it back here. I meant to put it back where it was so I wouldn't have to go searching for it, and I don't think I did. Hold on just a second. I'll find it. Because I definitely need it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So my little notch up here, I'm going to go right up against it. I'm drawing on my glass mat because we need that as a guide to put when we start doing the other layers. Make sure that tape is down because I want to make sure it's sticking really good because I don't want to start moving when I start to use the blending brush. So I've got my Daffodil Delight. I'm going to blending brush for it. Pick up some yellow lightly, and then you can start adding. Oop, this tape is starting to get to where it's not holding too well. Might have to get another piece out. That's one thing. The Post-it tape is really nice for the dies, but sometimes it moves around. So you might want to use painter's tape. That whole thing moved. You know what happened? I forgot to put adhesive on here. So make sure you put adhesive on here. I was so proud of myself. I thought I was remembering all the steps. I'm going to have to make a new mark here. So let's take this one off. I guess it's good I'm making the mistakes so then you can see how you fix them in case you do it. So now it's sticking on. That's why this thing was moving on me. It wasn't the mask that was moving, it was the oh, paper. Make sure you see the number so you know you've got it going upright. That's another thing. If you can't get it to line up, double check and make sure you're seeing that number because if you don't see the number, you've got it upside down. And that's why it's not lining up. Okay, now it's lined up again. Put the tape on. I bet it won't move on me now. Grab this. Oh, much better. Did I make? Oh, I didn't make my mark. I want to make sure I do that before. Oh, I did it again. I am so bad about putting things down. Well, let me go ahead and I'll keep looking. Oh, there, I see it now. I'll keep doing this. Get it all done here. Once again, I don't want to do it too dark. Now this one I won't have to lift up to make sure it looks right. This is our first layer and you can see everything. And I like it too when they're dark areas and lighter areas. I don't know if you can tell this in the video, but some of these little marks are a little darker, some are a little lighter. That really makes it look even neater when that happens. Before I pick this up, oh, it did move on me again. I'm going to have to get some new tape. All lined up again, I think. There we go. Didn't have this trouble when I made these earlier. There we go. There's something about when you do things on lives, things don't cooperate sometimes. Okay, so we've got those yellow flowers. Gonna grab the number 2 one. Like I said, this is just for me. I like to close them up so I don't accidentally get the wrong color. Line this up, look at the leaves, and then also look at my little mark up here to make sure everything is lined up. Because it really does make a difference. You might think that you've got them all lined up here, but if that's off, something is off. You're just not seeing it because I found that out when I was playing around with these yesterday. You know what? I am getting new tape. You might want to, like I said, use painter's tape or washi tape. That might hold it down a little bit better. I didn't have any trouble when I was using just my regular grid paper at my desk. It could be also with this glass mat. You might need a little stronger tape. Okay. Now, grab the right blending brush. I almost picked up the wrong one. Got my mossy meadow. Now I'm going to do all the leaves again. I'm going to go a little bit faster than I did with the first card since I explained it. Now, if you're coming in late, I really explain how to do it with the first card. I'll keep explaining it here. I'll just do it a little faster so it doesn't take too long. Now we can lift that up. Those are all ready. You can always stop there, but I like having the shading on that. So now we need our Daffodil Delight again. Melissa, I bet you could. That tacky spray, I don't have any, but I bet you definitely could. I'm sure you could because I think that's used with other stencils too. So I'm sure you can. Then I'm going to line this up here. Because I even think I've heard of people using that tacky spray and it works really good. So you could definitely do that. Okay. There we go. So, oh, now that's not lined up. So I'll make sure that's lined up. I thought I had the flowers lined up, but then this wasn't. There, now it looks good. Okay, now I'm going to grab some Daffodil Delight again. Put this on. Now this is the one where you want to gently lift it up to make sure that you've got it dark enough. I have a feeling I do this time, but I'm still going to hold on to this side. Lift this one up. I don't think it hold of it. Oh, you know what? I think I need more up here. Put it down again. I'm sure that's got it. So I'll just take it up. Oh, yeah. But there we go. That's got the nice shading with the yellow. I like it. I'll bring it back up again to the screen once I get this last one done. Last but not least, this is the one that does the detail for the leaves. So once again, lining up that triangle thing up here. Making sure this is lined up and that tab up there. That looks pretty good. tape and tape. Bring in my mossy meadow. And sometimes I will even hold on to this really tight just in case the tape moves on me. Getting that all darkened up here. Now the green, you do kind of need a little bit, probably more. I'm going to go over it again because it is a dark color. Lift up this side. Oh, that looks good. There we go. So that one is all done now. That one went a little faster. The next one, I'll be showing you how to make the flowers with just the masks. It looks pretty cool. So there we go. Let me get this lifted up, and I'll bring it closer to you. There we go. See all the shading in there. It's just really cool. I really like the yellow one. It shades really nice. Okay, I'm going to take this off just a little bit just so it doesn't stick as hard as it was. I am all done, so I can take this off. I still can't believe the chamois is taking that off with water. That's crazy. Okay, so we've got this one done. I think I just need to die cut this out. So let me get things moved around again. Ugh. This back. All set for die cutting. Oh, there it is. I knew I had the die here somewhere. Line this up. That looks like it's filling in the center pretty good. Tape here and tape here. Another standard cutting plate on top. Run this through. And this is all ready to go. I love how good that die cuts it out. Our dies do such a good job. Okay, now I'm going to get this out of the way. I don't need this the rest of the night. So I'll get this out of the way. Let's bring the card back in. Once again, I just like this being popped up with dimensionals. So I'm going to turn this over. I love my dimensionals. Yeah, Becky, I like the yellow too. I was like, I've got to do a yellow one. Oh, you didn't think you needed this one, Patty? Oh, I could not wait to get it. I knew the masks were going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, this really is a wow set. And like I said, you're going to see me use a partial version. So if you don't want to use the whole thing, you don't have to. It's big enough too. It'd be a really neat accent on a scrapbook page. There's just a lot of stuff you can do with this. It won't be long. I know it's hard to believe right now because it's February. Winter goes so long, but I don't mean winter. The wedding season will be coming up, and these would make beautiful wedding cards too. Okay, where to put my take a pick tool? Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll take them off. I like using my take your pick tool because it's just a little easier. I know I'll find it as soon as I'm done here. I know I got here somewhere. There we go. And I'm going to play around with this. I wanted this one angled, and I like this bud right here being on top. I'm getting off screen. The bud here on top. So I'm kind of lining that bud up with the edges of the DSP. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. I kind of like this leaf hanging over the edge of this white DSP, but not past the edge of the card base. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So do it that way. That down. Grab the greeting, and this is going to be like we did with the first one, or I did with the first one. I'm going to put a dimensional on this side, and this is just going to have regular adhesive on this side. I'll put one right here. Grab my regular seal on this one. Take the paper backing off. And this one's a little narrower, so it doesn't cover up the flowers too much. I kind of like the look of it on the flowers too. It still looks really cool. Okay, so that is ready. We still need to do the inside of the card. I've got another piece. That is, if I can find it. Oh no, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the next card. This one, I need to grab the inside piece. There it is. I knew I had it somewhere. This is a regular 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece. I need the big flowers again. This will be the last time I use this stamp. I'm going to clean it off because I'm going to stamp this with the Daffodil Delight for the inside. I'm going to stamp it a little different than I did on the first card on the inside. This time I'll grab this. I'm going to stamp the whole thing, ink up the whole thing just in case. Because if I don't go far enough, I don't want to have white space here on the edge of my paper. Now this time, I kind of liked this whole side with flowers, but I'm only doing part of it. I think that looks pretty good. Hold it down. Oh, that worked fine. I was afraid I forgot to use the little cushion, but that's okay. So we've got that there. So I thought that's just a neat little way to do it too. Get the ink off my mat here because I don't want that on anything else I'm working on. Oh, nose is starting to run. I've been having allergy problems. So now I've got this. I'll put some adhesive on this. I'm not sure what the high was. Those of you that are watching, my pals from Indiana, did you guys see how high it got today? I know it was supposed to get around 60 today, but I've been busy getting this ready, and I never did look on my phone to see what the temperature got up to. I know just north of us, I live in central Indiana, just about half an hour away from Indianapolis, around there, maybe a little less. And I think we're just getting a little rain here tonight after midnight. But I saw up around Chicago and places like that, they've got tornado watches and stuff. It's not supposed to be this warm in February. Okay. Oh, Marilyn, you say you like the yellow too? Yeah, I like. They're just. Oh, thanks, Rita. I'm glad you like it too. There's just something about yellow flowers. They just really perk things up. So there's the inside. There's that, but we need bling on it. So this time I'm going to use the silver ones. I just thought the lighter ones. I went between the silver and the copper because the brown ones look really good with that last card. But I thought, so you can use either one of those. You could use the gold for that matter, but I wanted to use a different color. Oh, I've got another take a picture. I don't know where my other one went. This is a lot easier to pick up with this. I'm going to grab a large white one, actually silver. They're kind of like an opaque silver. I'm going to put this, if I can get it off the putty. There we go. I'm going to put a big one there, grab a small one and put it right next to it. Sometimes I like to group them together. Then I'm going to grab another small one and put it here on the corner of my greeting and grab another large one. I'm going to put it right there. You can put them wherever you want to, but that just makes it shine up a little bit. And because of papers we've had in the past, I used to always think you couldn't mix metallics. You definitely can. We used to have paper that had gold, copper, and silver in it, and it looked gorgeous. So silver and gold can definitely go together, and that makes me think of that song. There we go, on the Rudolph cartoon. There's card number 2. Now we're ready for the Moody Mauve. Now this is the one that will teach you how to use the masks without the stamp set, or the stamp. I'm still using the stamp set because I'm using the greetings. So bring these back in. I don't know if this is wet enough to clean it anymore. Nope, I need to get a new one. That one's dried out too much. Had a feeling it would. Even though when it's warmer out, the heat's running down here, so it tends to dry things out. Oh, there, now it's coming off real easy. Now I could use this chamois here. I think I explained this earlier. I don't want to get that stained with a ton of ink. So that's why I'm just going to use my baby wipes. Like I said, I am using a very light touch. And when this video is over, I'm going to go clean all of these. I'm not going to use the wipes anymore because it is just really easy just to run it through the faucet and the water just rinses it away. You don't even have to scrub, but you do have to dry it, of course. It's kind of neat how quick the ink goes away. Okay, here is the last card. Oh, Christy, you did not miss everything. The reason we're still on those because I had to redo the whole live. It was a nightmare. I'm not going to explain it again because everybody else has heard it. But it was doing a really weird thing it hasn't done before. Hopefully that will never happen again. So this is a piece of pecan pie. Pat, I have gotten so out of scrapbooking. I need to scrapbook again. That is definitely on my list of things to do. I would love to do that. I just haven't had time. Most of my people like making cards, but I still want to get back into scrapbooking. I miss it like crazy. Well, hopefully I will, and you'll be the first one I'll tell. to get ready to watch it. But this is a 5.5 by 8, 5.5 by 8.5. Went the wrong way. But I have definitely I need to start scrapping and booking again. I am so far behind. It's not funny. Okay, so there. Now this is going to be a regular portrait. So I've got my fold on the left. Oh yeah, you could use a spray bottle of alcohol. Definitely, you definitely could do that. So that's there. Now I'm going to grab. I end up using 3 different embossing folders. A lot of times I try to use the same one, but I thought I'm going to use a variety so you can see different ones that look good with this set that I think look good. There are going to be a whole lot of others. This is one we've had for a little while. Well, actually, I think it just came out last year in the annual catalog. It's the exposed brick. Love this one. I've almost forgotten about it. I haven't used it for a while. But now in your kit, this will already be cut for you, but I wanted to show you how I did it because I'm going to be using a triangle of this. Like I said, I will cut it for you. In your kit, you'll have the 2 triangles, but I just want to show you how I did it. Now, I am going to want this one cut like this because I want the bottom right corner to have the triangle. So I just need to tilt this to the left. I'm going to line these corners up with the groove of the cutting blade. That's where of the trimmer, I mean. There we go. And I always bring this down and have the blade go kind of somewhere in the middle, not on an end, because if you start up here and then start going on the corner, sometimes it tears the corner up. So if you start here, go up, then once it's cut, you can come back down again and not worry about messing up your corner. But now I've got 2 triangles, and this one will just be turned around to do this. So that when you get your kits, these will already be cut for you, but I wanted to show you how I did it. Okay, so I'm going to put this one to the side because I don't need that one right now. I'm going to put adhesive here. I'm making sure I definitely have it here in these corners because I do not want those to pop up. I'm going to grab this piece here. Oh, by the way, this was a 4 by 5.25 inch piece. It's the same size as the Rococo Rose. We haven't had that color forever. Moody Mauve. Rococo Rose was lighter than this. Put this here. Try to line those edges up. I'm laying it down easy. That way I can lift it back up if I need to. Nope, that looks lined up good. So now I can push it down. This is just another way you can put your DSP on. Oh, of course, I was reading the comments here, making sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, I'm glad you're here too, Christy. I know you've had stuff going on the last few Thursdays, haven't you? Sorry for that quiet there for a minute. I was reading. I really hope I can figure out how to get that working on my tablet again. That was so nice last week. Okay, so this one is ready to go. Like I said, I'm not using any ribbon this week. So I can go ahead and put this on the card base. And I like the pecan pie with the Moody Mauve. I think it looks pretty together. Just a different kind of color combo. So that's ready to go. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and the inside. That's right. I'm not stamping the inside. This is a regular 4 by 5.25 inch piece, a basic white. This is another piece. It's the same DSP from the front. This is a 4 by 1/2 inch, but I thought that was a little too narrow, and I kind of wanted to have a border around here, so I cut out another piece of Moody Mauve. So this is it's the same 4 inches, but it's 3/4 inches. It's a little wider. Now I'll put some adhesive on here and put it across the middle and get those edges lined up here. There we go. I always just go from one end and then slowly bring down the rest of it to get it straight. If I go too fast, it ends up getting cockeyed on me. Okay, and I've got a little bit of paper hanging over, so I'm going to grab my paper snips with the part that's hanging off. Now I can put adhesive on here. And I'm going to put it along the bottom, not all the way. I'm kind of looking down here to make sure that looks straight down here. It's easier to straighten it if you look down here rather than the big area right there. So there, I just thought that actually makes the gold pop a little more having that border and not just right up against the white. Now I can go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. Oop, and there's a piece of it hanging over here. So I will cut that off. And this will just go right here on the inside. And now this is a piece of basic white. This one is a 3" by 4¼ inch piece. And like I said, I'm only going to use the masks this time. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my greeting though, because I don't want to have the flowers up too high. I'm going to use no, I've already used that one. This is the one I want. One that says love endures all things. Using my pecan pie this time. Use Pebble Path on the last two. This one's going to be the pecan pie. And I'm going to put it near the top right corner. There we go. So that's ready to go. Now I know where I can put my flower. So once again, I don't need this yet, so I'm going to close it up. Put adhesive. Let's see if I remember all the steps this time. Adhesive on the back. I'm going to line it up with my grid just so it's straight. It just kind of helps having it straight. It doesn't have to be. Put that down so it's sticking good. Now I'm going to grab number 1 again. So I can see my number 1 right there. And this is kind of hard to tell how the flowers are going to be. So this is how I figured out how I wanted to do this. This is why I said to make a little template. This is one that's the one that I messed up. It looks kind of weird, but the shape is going to help me out. So I'm going to kind of play around with this and see the way I want it. And I kind of liked it like this. I think this is how I did it. I'm looking on my other one. So now that I've got it, kind of got that where I want it, I'm just going to lay it there. I'm not going to tape it down. I'm going to bring this here and kind of line them up. And I think that's how I did it. Yep, that looks good. It doesn't have to be exactly like my original, but I think that's it. So that kind of tells me where it is. So now I can move this out of the way because it is really hard to tell how you're putting those flowers down. So now I'm going to go ahead, put this down. So that's why I think it's a lot easier to have that little template. Well, that's the tape that wasn't working very good anymore. Let's try this one. There, that one I can tell is holding down a lot better. Now I'm going to bring in Moody Mauve. That's the color I'm using this time. You know what? I'm going to lift it up a little higher because I can tell I want it to be closer to those flowers. So once again, I'm going to bring this up again. I just looked at my original. I thought, boy, I did not put those up high enough. So let's bring this up a little more. That looks better. So now I know where I want to put this. This angled here. You know what? We're doing it this way. That's right. I knew that didn't look right when I was first doing it. When I did this earlier, there we go. Sometimes it takes a little just keep turning it until it matches up. I was thinking I had my triangle down here on the bottom when I did my original. So that kind of tells me where I want it. So now I can slide this out. Now I'm going to have to put tape on here. Well, I don't want to cover up that. Put tape right here and tape right here. Before I do anything, now I can definitely tell that these are the top of my flowers, so that's a lot closer to my words, so that's what I want. I was making go way too far down. I'm going to mark this. So I've got my triangle because you definitely need this triangle. Little mark here when you do this when you don't have the stamp to go by. Got that. Now I've got the Moody Mauve again. I'm glad I moved that. I would have been mad if I had had it down too low. Lightly do this. You're really going to see it come when we start putting the other layers on. Do a little bit darker. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to grab the number 2 one, which is this one. I know my triangle's here at the bottom, so I'm going to bring this around here. And when you line this up, you're going to see where these leaves are. See how they're like, if it was like this, you can start to see where you can see the flower in that the openings. You don't want that. So I'm lining it up right here with my triangle down here. And I'm going to move it a little bit here because I don't want to see that much of the Moody Mauve in those openings. And that looks really good to me. You're going to see a little bit. That's just the way masks work. You are still gonna see just a little bit right on the edges, but a very little bit. I'll put some tape down again. Let's see if I get that one to come up. I'm gonna take one more and put it down here just to make sure it's not gonna move on me. Get my Mossy Meadow out. And then hold this here. Well, I got that one leaf a little too dark, but I think it's gonna be okay. Like I said, it's good to have them different colors. And I am getting ink on my glass mat, but you've seen it before. I'll be able to wipe that off when I'm all done. Okay, we'll lift this up. So now we've got the leaves in place. You're already starting to see how it's working out. It's going to look more like a painting without the stamped images, which is really cool. Okay, now I'm going to grab. Oh, there. Oh, there it is. I keep moving things around. This is number 3. So I'm getting that mark on there. Kind of looking in here. You don't want to see a lot of white on the outside of the flowers. And that actually looks perfect right where I laid it. Cool. That you definitely want to be looking at that marking when you don't use the stamp set. Like I've said before, it helps a lot. So now I'm ready to use my Moody Mauve again. Get up. And this will put a darker layer on here so we get some shading. Okay, I'm going to slowly bring this up. Oh, that looks good. You see that? I'm going to go ahead and lift it up the rest of the way. I like that, so I don't need to darken up anymore. And now I'm going to use that. We still need to do the detail on the leaves. Now we need number 4. I was getting ahead of myself. I wanted to show you the one we haven't used yet. Line up that triangle again. Now this one, because we've got the leaves already on there, you'll want to look at these 2 to see if they're lining up. But that looks pretty good. Looks like the leaves are, that looks good. I'm making sure this is definitely lined up, and it is. Tape on here, here and here. Grab my Mossy Meadow blending brush. Now that leaf I got really dark. Hopefully we'll still see the detail. We'll see how that works out. Usually you still do because you are still adding color, and it will darken it up. Okay. Oh, that looks good. So we are almost done. Now we're going to use the one we haven't used yet. Because the flower centers just still don't quite look right, so we need to use that last one. Because this is the one you don't need to use when you do the stamping because it's already got those in the stamp. So I love these notches. I'm so glad those are there because it'd be impossible to know which one goes where. So I'm going to line this up. You kind of look, you see how there are little circles here in the middle? You kind of want the center circles of this one to be within that. And line these up. That's 2 different things to line up. That looks pretty good. I'm kind of looking at this one too. This has a little hump. It needs to go right underneath the little hump of the darker Moody Mauve. Put this down. And then I'm going to use Pecan Pie since that was the other color I used in the card. I need to find that. Well, there it is because I haven't used this blending brush yet. So this is the Pecan Pie. And these I definitely want dark because I want to be able to see them over the Moody Mauve. I'm kind of pushing a little harder than I have on everything else because I definitely want these to be dark. And I can tell that's pretty dark. I can lift it up easy. Oh, perfect. There we go. So this is what it looks like when you don't use the stamp set, and it looks like you painted it, doesn't it? It is so cool. Well, thanks, everybody. I'm looking at everybody's names. I'm glad you're liking it. Myra and Ann, glad you like it. So I like both versions, the stamped version and this one. So you could definitely do the whole thing and have it look painted just using the masks. So now we'll clean this up because I'm all done with it. Okay, got all the ink off. Now it's time just to put this together because I am not die cutting anything on this one. So like I said, this one was a 3 by 4 1/4. I just wanted a narrow border around this. So this is a piece of pecan pie. This one was 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. I'm going to put some adhesive on here. Okay, if I can get it going again. There we go. This will just go right here in the center. Oop, I got a little glue on the front. So this will just fit. Like I said, I did not want a big wide border. It needed something. So that just kind of darkens up the border. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. So this one I'll just put one in each corner and then one in the middle. Push these down. Take these out. I'm going to bring in the card base. This is just going to go right in the middle of the card. That looks pretty good. And we've already got the inside done. We need to put some bling on there. So I'm going to bring in the sequins again. This time I'm going to use the brown ones. I originally wasn't going to do this. You could just leave the flowers like they are. But I played around with these and I really liked this. I'm going to take 3 large ones. I'm not going to put a center in this one, but these 3 that are full flowers. This brown goes perfectly. I was really surprised with the pecan pie. It's not the exact color, but when it goes right up against it, it really kind of takes on the pecan pie color. I thought that was neat, but I still wanted to put a couple out here. So I'm going to grab a couple little ones. I'm going to put one about right here. And then another little one. Oh, let's say about here. So that is the last card. These were so much fun to make. I had a lot of fun coming up with the colors. Like I said, with that Nature's Sweetness DSP, since it just has the pecan pie, the pebbled path, and the gold, you can use so many different colors with it. Just as long as they look good with the pebbled path or the pecan pie, you're set. Here, let's do it this way. Maybe those will there. That'll show up better. So we made it through the class. I'm glad this one worked and the screen didn't go out on us like it did on the first one. Oh, I see a few of you talking back and forth. I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Hi, Becky. Thanks. I'm glad you love the cards. Oh, hi, Robin. You didn't know because I don't think you were on earlier. You won the second prize. Pat won the first one and you won the second one. I thought that was funny. But congratulations. Let's see. You got. Oh, you got the glossy dots. Okay. One thing I was going to do throughout the video, and I forgot. So those of you in the middle might have left, probably don't know. Doing something new. I will give you a couple minutes to hurry up and comment because I don't want you to miss out on it. This program that I use has a new feature where I can do a raffle. So I can tell you who wins the live door prize tonight. We don't have to wait till next week. The replay will still be done like it always has. So if you're watching the replay, comment like you always do, and you'll get put in the drawing for that. And those of you that have commented from the United States during the live will also be in that wheel. But those of you that are watching live tonight, this was the one that I was doing. This is the Tinsel Gem 3-pack. This was for the live door prize. So in your comment, do hashtag door prize, no spaces. Because I've seen some people put spaces. Let me bring up this so you can kind of see it in there. So if you comment hashtag door prize, only people in the United States do this that want to be in the door prize. If you live in the United States and have commented and really don't want to be in the door prize, don't worry about it. You're good. But everybody that wants to be in the drawing to get this door prize, make sure you put in a comment, hashtag door prize, all one word, no spaces. And you can see it there in the caption, just so you can see it's like right in the middle of the top line has the hashtag door prize. That's exactly how you want to type it in. I'll give everybody a few minutes. I'm going to get it set up here in the background. Oh, here it is. Had it set up with the first live, but that one I had to start over again. Make sure I typed it in right. Yep. Okay, I'm going to look on the comments. I'm seeing some more hashtag door prizes. So wait a bit. Oh, hi, Debbie. I didn't see you come on. And Tina. There are a bunch of you I missed. I've got to figure out how to make it work on my tablet because I can see the comments so much better. Last week, I don't think I missed any. I've missed a ton during this one because I have my laptop over at the side. So it's hard for me to look at it while I'm working. So I'll wait a couple more minutes. I do want to tell you, I've got a new, while we're waiting for people to do the hashtag door prize, um, a new club starting this month. If you like that hot air balloon bundle that's in the January to April mini, you'll want to join this month because that's what I'm featuring. If you, I'm going to have to on YouTube. I forgot to tell you this. I've always got a bunch of links. If you're watching on Facebook, click at the top of my page. You'll see a Learn More button. Click on that, and you'll find a bunch of links. If you want to find out more, like if you forget the host code, click on the link that says current host code offer, I think is what it's called. They'll say current host code. Click on that, and then you'll get all the information. If it's after February 14th, you'll see what I'm offering currently. For those of you watching live, you can just click on that. Those of you on YouTube, I'm going to have to come back and add the links back on again that I had earlier. Since I was rushing trying to get a new live started, I wasn't able to put those links in yet. I will do that as soon as this live's over. So within about 5 minutes after the live's over, you can come back and you can click the link. That link on there will just be called Card Class at Home. So just click on that link and you'll get all the information there. But also, that was talking about the card class. I was talking about the card club. I got sidetracked. You will also find in both places that Learn More button and down in the video description in a few minutes, it'll also say my monthly online card club. There'll be a link for that. Click on that. And you'll get all the information. You'll get to see the sneak peeks of the cards. And hopefully by this weekend, I'm going to have a video to share with you. I'm hoping Saturday. It might be later, but I'm hoping to have it up on Saturday. That is going to be showing you everything you get in this month's club, and it will also teach how to make the first card in the class. With club, they get the card kits to make 4 cards, 2 of each. I do the first card on a public video for everybody to see, so you can get an idea how the club works. And then the last 3 are in the exclusive video for just my club members. They get a PDF that only goes to club members. They can get the add-on bundle at a discounted price. Well, actually, they just pay for the price of the bundle. I pay the shipping and tax, so they save 18% doing it that way. But a lot of perks. Just go to that monthly online card club page to find out. Okay, well, I think we probably have all the door prize things. So let's see. I know I'm missing. Oh, yeah, just so you know, too, I saw Anik say no, just in the U.S. So yeah, only do the hashtag door prize if you live in the United States. Now, if somebody that was out of the country did it and your name pops up, just let me know, and then I'll just do another drawing. Because that big person have rules. I can only do product for people that live in the United States. So a bunch of people say how much you like the cards. I'm glad you like them. Like the yellow and best, Melissa. Yeah, I really like that yellow one. That was actually the last card I made. Made it today. The mauve is your favorite, and the blue's next. It's funny. It just depends on what your favorite color is. Some people, my son loves yellow flowers, so if he looked at it, he'd probably like that one the best. Okay. Oh, Tina must have looked at my card club. She liked the sneak peek pictures. For those of you that don't know what bundle I'm talking about, and then I'll hurry up and do the door prize. It's in here. I can get. Oh, there we go. So they will get a half pack of this DSP. Get the full pack of the embellishments. Here, let me get that caption off here so you can see better. They'll get a full pack of the rainbow adhesive back dots and a full pack of the baker's twine. So half pack and full packs of these. Then they have the option to add on the bundle. And then I give them the card supplies to make the 2 cards. And they'll use the DSP and the embellishments on their cards too. And that is all for $39.50 a month. You subscribe through PayPal, but you'll get all that information there on the card club page. Contact me if you have any questions. Okay, I'm going to see how this works. They're all done with hashtags now. Go ahead, get my raffle up. I haven't been able to practice it because they don't let you. I don't want to do that. Okay, we're just going to do comments with the hashtag door prize. Oh, there we go. Hey, this is cool. It's drawing the winner, Deborah Biggs. Yay! Let me write that down quick. That's cool. Oh, it even has confetti coming down. I was anxious to see what it looked like myself because I wasn't able, like I said, to practice because there was nobody listed. They have to have names to be able to do it. Deborah Biggs. Okay, congratulations, Deborah. That's cool. So now we've got the live all done. I think I can stop that now. Okay, now I can hide it. There we go. I knew there had to be a way to hide it. Oh no, you didn't. That's for the replay. You got these. So I don't think I have your address, Deborah. So if you could, you're watching on YouTube. I'm not sure which one you're watching on. YouTube, I will have a contact me link down in the video description in about 5 minutes. If you're watching on Facebook, you can just message me straight from my page, and I'll with your mailing address, and I'll get that mailed out to you. So I'm going to bring the chat back up. Okay, that worked pretty good. Yep, I'm seeing congratulations. Hopefully Deborah's still on here. Hopefully, if she's not, she can always come back and watch the replay. So I thought that was fun. So we'll keep doing that. I think we'll get the hashtag figured out here after a while. But I think that was a lot of names on there. So congratulations to Deborah. I'm really glad you won. Okay, so next week there shouldn't be as much of a problem. I don't know if you've ever noticed whenever I have to do the door prize, it kind of lags and makes the screens mess up. If I only have to share one screen, I think it's going to work a lot better. So that's going to be a big help. Okay. Yeah, Crystal, I hope you have a good week too. You too, Patty and Tina. I hope you guys all had fun. Again, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you for coming back when I started a new live, and I'll hurry up and delete that one that did not work. I still don't know what happened there, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. I think it was some weird glitch. You know how internet likes to glitch up. That's frustrating. So I will see you again next week. And like I said, if you want to get the card kits free, what you do, click on the Card Class at Home link down below in the video description on YouTube. Facebook, click the learn more and then click the current host code offer, and then you'll find out all the information how you can get it. I will see you next week, guys. Stay healthy and be careful with all the weather. Bye.